So what would you do for additional funds that appear to be free? Would you commit a crime? Would you become a criminal? That's what we discussed on this episode of Crime Stuff. What's up, my friends, and welcome back once again to the Just Case and Friend. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Case and Friend. Now, our community is known as the Neighborhood, and if you are into hearing about hot topics or funny story times, then this is the place that you need to be. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment your thoughts down below about the Chase Bank scam. If you want me to be honest with you, this is basically people scamming themselves. Scamming themselves. You may be wondering, what is the Chase Bank scheme and how did it go viral? The scheme we're talking about became viral on both Twitter and TikTok because people were posting, "Bring me a Chase," or if you have a Chase Bank account, DM me. But they were only posting it on their stories. And the way that it kind of got to the gossip tea outlets was because the same image kept on getting shared over and over again, which is the image of the negative account, and it's a Chase Bank account. So how it works is you write a check either off your account or someone else's account that has a Chase Bank checking account. You deposit the check into the ATM, and before the bank has enough time to clear the check, which is usually about 1 to 2 business days, you withdraw the funds. Now, I assume the way these scammers are getting people to buy into this dumbass idea is by telling them, "Oh, if you ain't got a Chase account, find somebody who does got one and we can use their checks." Or, "Oh, I got a checking account, I'll just slide it over to you through Cash App or through this or through that." And what you can do is just call and say it's fraud. You can say that you just got scammed and you need your money back.
Thank you for calling Chase. How can I help you?
Yes, please. Somebody wiped out my entire bank account and it's in the negatives. I think I got set up, man.
Oh my goodness, baby.
Oh, no.
Well, if you could just give me your current account balance followed by your account number.
It's currently negative 99 billion.
Sir, can you please tell me where this $99 billion deposit came from? Because just yesterday you had 62 cents in your bank account, and now all of a sudden I see a check that was cashed in for $99 billion. What happened?
So boom, funny story. So there was like a little glitch, right?
Well, clearly you got your money's worth because according to the purchase history, you went and bought a Mercedes-Benz, 4 BMWs, 2 houses, and even bought Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, I did have a time for real. I did. But it was because of the glitch, though, so it wasn't my fault.
Okay, well, all you got to do is put that money back.
Well, you see, what happened was I can't really put that money back because I spent it all.
Well, I can't help you, brother.
What? Wow, that's mad crazy. Like, you gonna punish me for my own actions? I got kids to feed.
Well, congratulations. Now your great-grandkids got generational debt.
Wow.
You know what you could do to get rid of that balance?
Please tell me.
Get a job.
You know what? I'm calling my lawyer for real.
Oh, really? How you gonna get a lawyer with negative 99 billion?
Man, please. I'm about to be homeless. I'm about to starve, bro.
Oh, don't worry, baby. You will never need to worry about housing or being fed.
Okay, so where am I going to get food and have some shelter with no money, though? Like
in prison.
Wait, please.
You know how a lot of people will call their bank once they spent too much on a hotel room, at a dinner, on an outfit, and they'll be like, "Oh, fraudulent charge. Can you go ahead and refund my money?" And the bank be like, "Okay." Yeah, that's what I'm almost positive that is the safety net that these scammers are giving people in order to use their Chase Bank account, because that's why they're saying, "Bring me a Chase." Or people are believing, "Oh, I got a Chase account. I could just do this and say that it was fraud and it was a part of that account." Well, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Because this is a scam, they're not putting it on their actual feed post or somewhere that you could easily grab the video, grab the information. They're putting it on their stories. So in order to even DM them, you have to first follow them, like a follow request. Then you can go ahead and send them an Instagram message. And their Instagrams are not tied to any type of name, and they all have their faces covered or their faces are like turned down. You know how these scammers think to themselves, "If I just put on a black ski mask, then ain't nobody gonna check the IP address, ain't nobody gonna check my GPS heavy phone, ain't nobody gonna check where I created the Instagram account, ain't nobody gonna know. So now I'm getting away with it. Scamming 101, baby." And you know the unfortunate part? This form of scam, check fraud, this ain't new. This has been around since 1762, literally. In 1762, British banker Lawrence Childs pioneered the use of the first printed checks to navigate the issue of forgery and counterfeiting. This inadvertently created opportunities for new forms of check fraud, such as check floating, also known as check kiting, paper hanging, and chemical alteration. A lot of people on TikTok were wondering if the money was real. People were asking, okay, yeah, y'all sound stupid, but is the money real though? As if they were trying to see, should I try that? Okay, maybe I should try that. But is the money real though? Do you really get the money? How's that work? The money does really come out of somebody's account, but what happens on the back end? You know what I'm saying? What happens on the back end? What happens when you usually overdraft a bank account? You have to pay it back some way, some shape, some form. Because this ain't the type of money that you could just report fraud about. This ain't that type of cash. And these dudes on here crying. I said, y'all used to be part of the Forex trade club, didn't y'all? Because y'all really believed that you could get $33,000, $50,000, $10,000 out of an account. This is all money that you ain't even worked for. You really thought in your mind that you could do that. You could scam the system in 2024. In today's technology, these young bulls really thought that they came up with a new way of scamming, and people was on board hopping with it.
What is my life? Why do I have 11,000 missing from my bank account? Is this like humorous to you guys? Like, is it a kiki ha 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 moment for y'all, bro? I work very hard for my money. Tell me why I check my bank account after I hear about this Chevy Chase whatever. I'm missing 11,000 from my Chase account. My nigga, I don't know whether to feel sad or to feel mad, bro. I'm in shock right now, bro. I have goosebumps like all over my body. Like I don't know what to feel, bro. Is this how a crash out starts? Like, I dead want to drive my car through a goddamn McDonald's and say fuck it all, bro. This is like 11,000 from, bro. Why would is this funny? This is not cute, bro. This is not demure, but what is this, bro? Dead ass. What is my life?
Let's talk about that Chase glitch. So, two things been going on with Chase, from what I gather. One is if you have a Chase account and you have a card, you're trying to insert your card into the ATM, is not working. So you're able to, take your phone and mobile scan. So when you mobile scan, after you complete whatever it is you're doing at the ATM, the window doesn't close out. So if you don't go through all the prompts, somebody can come behind you and just, take money out your account. Why you wouldn't do it to the end, I don't know. But that's how some people been getting scammed. I've been seeing people been putting glue into the card readers so your card don't go all the way in, and then, it's going to prompt you to use your phone, use your tap. That's one. The second one is basically like them approving loans up to I done seen 20K, 90K. I done seen a good amount of numbers, just hearing it from different social platforms, Twitter, whatever it may be. You might get through. But the thing is, that shit ain't like, the PPP loan where a lot of people got away with it. If you do that Chase shit and you get all that money and, you don't pay these people back, or that shit shows, Chase will alert every other bank that you try to go to. And you may possibly never be able to get an account. You'll have to fucking keep your money in your pocket or under your mattress. So it's in the long run, for the scammers, run that shit up.
Now, on the legal side, because y'all know I ain't no lawyer, but I'm kind of like a judge, and I really got my degree and my credentials from Crime TV, YouTube. Hey, YouTube, I love y'all. And from things of that nature. So listen to my advice, but do not take it. Don't take it. But here's my theory on the legal side. They will end up prosecuting some people. They will end up getting some money off of some people. They will start being like, okay, well, since it's your bank account, you can't prove that it was fraud. You can't show me any type of information stating that your identity got stolen. Then what you'll have to do is pay that money back. And if you can't pay that money back, then you'll have to pay a fine. Now, the fine said, from what I was seeing on the judicial pages, a misdemeanor fine could be less than $1,000, and it'll be less than a year in jail. Usually, you won't have to go to jail for something like this if it's your first offense. If it's something that you was doing on a grander scale, I'm more than sure you would have to go to jail for it. But think about it. Imagine you got $1,000 warrant. You already did this scheme on your account because you didn't have no money, and you ain't gonna be able to pay that warrant because all these holidays are getting ready to come up, and they're gonna make that mug come soon. So what you gonna do? Then what if you have other criminal offenses already on your record? Then you have this also. To me, since the misdemeanors and felonies are classified by class and level as opposed to offense and very descriptive, it's hard to tell what could happen, because it's like, here's the misdemeanor, and then here's all these subcategories that it could go under, and then here's all this stuff that it could have, and then the time and the levels, they're all calculated by, if you have this misdemeanor or this felony, money and it's in this class at this level, then it's this amount of time. So you don't even know what you could potentially get for running this scheme or running this scam. You can't even make an educated decision on if you should try and risk this. The only educated decision you could really make is in Jesus. The only real educated decision you can make is in really getting a real job and playing the long-term game when it comes to money. I feel like these scammers and these people who run these schemes on people, they know when to run them. They know it's a time of financial stress. They know that people really need money. And in their minds, I could go ahead and profit off of you really quick. I ain't thinking about what's going to happen here in the next 4 or 5 months. I'm just thinking about what my right now is. And I can profit off of you. Maybe I will kick you some, maybe I won't, but you're a sheep. You're a pawn in my game. Let me go ahead and play you. Get rich quick schemes never work. If you could pull in $10,000 by just going to the ATM, depositing a fraudulent check and pulling out the money and then never having to pay the money back, don't you think everybody would be doing that? That's what's crazy to me when these scammers start doing dumb shit like this, because it's too easy. Nothing in this life is easy except getting into trouble. I'm gonna hop on my conspiracy theory high horse and say, Chase Bank did recently come out with this project of where they want to put 500 banks into underserved, lower income communities and give people what is known as second chance banking, or give them other opportunities to build their financial credibility up. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be crazy if they allowed this scam to go through, because they're gonna offer a repayment program that says, you know what? We ain't gonna press charges on you or do anything bad to you as long as you come and bank with us for the next 5 years, and we'll take a percentage of your income to go ahead and pay that loan back that you basically took. How about y'all come and do that? But then the loan it don't be 5%, it'd be like 5% for the first 6 months, and then it go up to 25% for the next 12 years unless you get paid less than 6 years down. I wonder if something real sketchy like that is gonna happen, because it's just quite a coinky dink. How they said they wanted to be in lower income communities, and this happens, and we know it's lower income communities or people struggling financially, myself included, who are doing this scam, because I done fell into one of these scams before. Yeah, back in 2011. Yes, definitely did. And you know what I know some people don't know nothing about? Chexsystems. Yep. Chexsystems is basically a paper trail on your ass, and if you're doing anything crazy or illegal with checks, and then on the good side of things, it does keep up with the history of if there was any identity theft, you could actually get identity theft services for $0 from them. If you want to get your information opted out of getting shared to potential advertising agencies or those ads that pop up on your phone or on your Google on the right side of your screen, if you want to get those removed, you want to go to that Chexsystem website, opt out of that. So it's good for the good stuff, but for stuff like this, check fraud, bank schemes, that's going to go on your Chexsystem history. Chexsystems is who financial institutions check with to see what your financial background looks like. Then they make their decision on if they're going to approve you for opening a new checking account, getting a new loan, anything like that. So I'm thinking to myself, imagine you have a misdemeanor for this check scam and shit. Then imagine you have this on your financial background for this check scam and shit, and you ready to buy a house. And they're like, so what was this $10,000 check scam you got going on? $20,000, $30,000, $40,000? Because 10% of this house is $20,000. So what is that about? What happened there? And now you have to go through all of this explanation. And Chexsystems is also, since they keep up with everything, including identity theft, you can't call them like Credit Karma and be like, I want to dispute a claim on my account. I want to dispute a claim on my credit report. They ain't them. You can do that all you want to. They are not obligated to even remove it off of your account. Even if you decide, oh, okay, I want to go ahead and pay off the balance that I owe to Chase Bank because I realized I was in the wrong. They'll say, oh, we thank you for going ahead and paying that off. No, we surely appreciate you. It's still going to be on your history. You can't get this expunged. This is not no criminal. It's still going to be on your history. So it's about to follow them around. You understand what I'm saying? How can you get out of living from check to check if you participate in these scams? Whether you're the scammer or the person getting scammed, how can you get out of this cycle? You just can't stay there. Remember I told you I had fallen for a scam like this back in 2011. Now it was around my son's birthday, which is November 30th, and it was around Thanksgiving, and Christmas was right after that. I'm a single mom. I don't have much income coming in. And the scam was, you send me $200 through Western Union and I'll get you $600 on a Cash App or a Green Dot card. I'm communicating with the person back and forth via Instagram DMs. And this person is making me feel like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I know how hard it is to be a single parent. I know how hard it is to be a single mom. I'm going to make sure you get your money. Don't worry. And as soon as I sent that money to them, I couldn't get a hold of them and I couldn't find their account. I couldn't even trace the receipt or anything like that to get the money back. And I can't remember how they got me to send the Western Union and how it was able to be untraceable, but back then it was like a different type of scam. And whatever worked for them worked for them. All I know is that I was out of the money and I didn't see that money back. I couldn't even take out a loan because my credit was so bad, so it wasn't like I could get a payday loan. I just had to suffer through that time, and that taught me, you know what, trying to make this quick money just ain't gonna work. The only quick money I believe you can make is in the streets. And I ain't selling no ass for cash, and I don't want to sell no drugs. I could identify with this scam so much. People will go through drastic measures when they do not want to be struggling anymore. And that's what this scam is about. That's what this scam revolves around. People's want to not be broke. I have been the Just Casing Brand. I'm so thankful that you tuned in. I just want to start covering topics like this that I think are important to us, and we love scams over here. Like, we love scams over here. Oh, let me get back serious. Over here at True Crime people stuff, the crime sector of our channel, we like to talk about really serious things that are going on around the world. If you or someone you know needs to be alerted about the Chase Bank scam, go ahead and share this video. Comment their names down below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date. I've been your hood journalist, the Just Casing Brand. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Chase Bank scam, aka check fraud on their ass, because these dummies, they stealing money out their own damn accounts. I said, you got to be kidding me. How the hell you this stupid to where you think to yourself, I'm about to put a check in, it's gonna be $10,000, I'm gonna take it out before they realize I put in a $10,000 check and I ain't got $10,000.